Paul, I don't even know how to bring the subject up, but Bristol,
Yep.
you were evidently supposed to fly up there
Yeah.
with Alan. What happened that you didn't?
So, our season was going okay that year, but it wasn't great. We needed things to work. Needed to work on things, and pit stops was a little off. It seemed like I can't remember what they did. If seemed like there was a rule change. We used to have 3 tire changers, and maybe that was the first year for 2 tire changers. And that's all too vague for me right now. But anyway, pit stops wasn't great, so we wanted to work on them. And Bristol being a short drive away, we decided to go ahead and when our front tire changer Joe couldn't be there earlier in the day to practice pit stops. I guess first of all, Alan was supposed to go straight to Knoxville for an appearance, and so we said, okay, we'll hang out here. Joe can't make it early, so he can get here later. We'll do our pit stop practice. We'll get in the vans and trucks, wherever we had then, and we'll go. Cool. Not a problem. That's what we did, and that's how it saved our life. That plane is usually full of, crew members. I think it was a 6 or 8 passenger plane or whatever it was, and, we had the people that were in it were always in it. And then, Tony, myself, and I don't remember who else was on the road at the time, but it's a kind of a blur. But yeah. That was back to that work ethic, saved our life for sure.
April 1st, how did you find out? What?
Ooh. So, like I said, we drove to Bristol. No cell phones. There was a couple of them. People had them, but not much, I think I might have had a bag phone the size of a, huge. But anyway, so we got to Bristol, got to the motel room, and then 11-ish, 11:30, something like that, time we got there, and had a message to call, I think it's Tom Roberts, which is our PR person at the time. Rusty Wallace's PR person for Miller. And, hey, you got to call me right away, no matter what time. So, all right, so called him up, and like, oh, my God, so it's like, and it's very vague on what happened, It's Alan's planes went down. Okay, what happened, Is anybody survived? We don't know. Nobody's told us yet. So we're all at the FBO right there in Bristol, or where the Tri-City Airport was. But anyway, we're all here, if you come on over. We'll tell you as much as I know, and the Sheriff's Department keeps checking back in with us. And by the time we got there, and this is myself, and I don't know who all was with us. I think we kind of drove up a little separately because Bristol was so close. And some of the wives were coming up, stuff like that. So, kind of got a hold of everybody that was available, and I think everybody had the same message, call Tom, and so anyway, we all gathered down, went to the airport, and just, it was unreal, we couldn't believe it, and didn't want to believe it, by no means didn't want to believe it, so, and never really got a solid answer until, late in the morning, but once we kind of got more details and more people that had seen what happened or seen the aftermath, and so there's no way anybody survived that plane crash, so yeah, but that's how we found out, and it was unbelievable for sure.
I know that weekend must still be a blur to you, but I would have to imagine that it meant at least something to you that Rusty won the race because of your relationship.
Absolutely did, I did watch the race. It was tough, but I did watch the race when I got home. First of all, we didn't know what to do, as a team. Obviously, the right thing to do is what we did, which is not race. But we didn't know what our responsibilities were. We didn't know what we were supposed to do. Jerry Kulwicki's the new owner of the team. He was devastated. So it's like, it's like go to Mike Helton, and say, what are we supposed to do here? You know what I mean? And it's like nobody knew. Nobody could say you need to go home. That's the right thing to do. Nobody knew. But that's what we ended up doing. It ended up being the right thing to do for sure. Because it was just a sad deal for sure. But yeah, watching Rusty win the race was really cool. Especially with their relationship along the years.
losing your driver and team owner was obviously very difficult.
Yep.
But then in the weeks afterward, there was this added layer of controversy when Hooters wanted to put Loy Allen in the car. How aware of all that were you, and what was your reaction?
Yeah, it was it was sad that we had to really end the relationship with Hooters. Really, was pretty aware of everything that's going on. With Felix Felix Sabatos was the person kind of in control of all that, and I'm not sure it's the right thing or wrong thing to do. I really don't know what the right thing to do is. It's back to the same question: what do you do in a situation like that?
Yeah.
Nobody really wanted Lloyd to drive for us, so that's kind of what we did, and it seemed like. It's a shame that Hooters and Felix couldn't get on board on the same page, so we kind of finished the year out like we thought we should have, which is on top. But it's a sad deal, really. He kept us informed, kept me informed, Kyle and Don Hawkins informed quite a bit, along the way. It's crazy for sure.